Good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome. This is our Deviant Daily, normally a part of the Divergent, which tier on my Patreon. We are recording this on April 17th, 2023, 8:37 a.m. here in Northern California. I am tired. I forget, like, I'm gonna be on camera now again, and I'm like, usually I've been doing these like boom, wake up, just go, but no, I'm like, no, I need to like look a little slightly presentable, but I'm still like, my eyes are like, I'm tired. I don't know why, I'm just tired today so far. And I need to figure out the lighting again. Like, it's bothering me, but whatever. It's all good. Well, hello, Dragon Dancer. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Heather. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're working with getting into the Vortex, getting into the Vortex Oracle. That's what we are doing. So, like normal and natural, take some time to ground and center as you do. Take some time to focus on your breathing as you do. Tune into your heartbeat, tune into your present moment, present environment, present location, present atmosphere. Just tune into wherever you're at, whatever you're feeling. No judgment. Don't try and force anything away or force anything to appear. Just be here with us right now. And when you're ready, call in your spirits, your guides, your gods, your allies, your ancestors. Call in all the good shit for your highest and best. Call that energy in, that vibration in, and allow it to impress upon you, allow it to motivate you, allow it to inspire you, and to help you as we navigate this co-creative adventure. Yes. So, yeah. I hope everyone is doing well. What time is it where y'all are? I know for some it's gonna be like what, like 11:40. It's 8:39 a.m. here. Woo, early. But I get to see my niece today, so that's fun. So take some time, just collect your thoughts, collect your data. All right. So, 11:40 up. Okay, when you're ready, go ahead and comment or write down as your preference the first number that tugs at your dominant psychic trait, whatever that may be, 1, 2, or 3. That first number that does tug at your dominant psychic trait, 1, 2, or 3, whatever that may be. 1, 2, or 3. And remember, all three cards are a part of our reading. Okay. All three cards are a part of our reading. The card you choose is simply a focal piece. So it just helps us take a collective reading and make it a little more personal. All right. So 1, 2, or 3, and always feel free. Like, this is our time together. So feel free to share your thoughts, anything that pops up, whatever you like, you know? Because we can have a conversation. And conversations, honestly, when we're doing these cards, well, hello, Lydia. That's my cousin's name. But when we're doing these cards, I find conversations are so much more fascinating and important, because then we can have a dialogue about the cards, and other people get to be a part of that, and it might activate something for them than me just saying, hey, this is what this card means, right? So card one, dominant, for those who chose card one. I haven't even had coffee. I try not to drink coffee anymore, but like this weekend I allowed myself some coffee. Today I'm going to allow myself some coffee, but the rest of the week, no. um stack one. Stack one. Card one. My thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. My thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? Like, when you think about it, like, my thoughts, so everything that I think, it joins this powerful, potent, swirling vortex of attraction. What does that mean? So, in the same way that the law of attraction is responding to the thoughts, words, and actions that you are offering here in your physical reality, the law of attraction is always responding powerfully to your vibrational reality. When the law of attraction The universal manager of all vibrations responds to the clarity of vibration offered by your expanding inner being. The result is a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? I think the law of attraction can be, too simplistic at times. People just think, oh, it's my thoughts. But we paint our reality with everything, so it's not just our thoughts. It's our mannerism, it's the way we carry ourselves, it's the way we think about other things, and how those thoughts, like when we think about those things, how they make us feel. It's about the actions we take, so it's not just about the words we use, because it's all a part of something. And if you think about it, all of that is put into this like vortex of attraction, which will bring to us opportunities, blessings, challenges, whatever it is, right? But like a key point here is our focus, like clarity of mind, body, and soul, right? Clarity of who we are and what we are. And so when we are focused, when we are tuned in to the thoughts, to the actions, to the living, to the experiencing, when we are tuned in and we are focused on that thing, boom, manifests. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like it makes me think like the vision I'm having right now is like magnifying glass, right? The sun. And so the sun kind of being like the vortex of our thoughts, our creations, our everything that we're seeking to attract. The magnifying glass is like our clarity. I don't know, you can change it however you want. Maybe the magnifying glass is like the thoughts, and the sun's like our clarity, our focus, right? And so as we focus, boom, magnifying glass. And then it's put on, like, let's say a piece of paper, right? And so the paper is like, oh, that's kind of what we're really investing in our reality. And so then eventually the brighter that solar energy, the brighter our clarity of mind, utilizing our thoughts, utilizing our actions, utilizing our feelings, eventually it, boom, that spark happens. There's a better way of saying it for sure, but it's early. And then we experience something. Wow, we focused, we took action, we invested, we did all those things, and then boom, this spark of creation. Am I making sense? And so my thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction, which again, we're recording from Tuesday, which is Mars Day. And so I find that that's actually really relevant because Mars is really about experience, is about doing the thing, taking action, following through. Don't try and think about all the steps that you have to take next after that thing just gets ignited. It's time to get out of our own heads and put it into process, put it into follow through. Let's just get some more information. Y'all are quiet. So card two um is by my attention to things I am making choices. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? So, what people do not understand is that you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I would like some of that. You make your choices by your attention to things. In this universe that is based on attraction, when you look at an unwanted thing, your attention to it causes an activation of the vibration within you. And then the law of attraction brings more like it into your experience. I actually like this as a reminder. So, what does it say to you? How does it make you feel? What pops up for you? By my attention to things, I am making choices. I think one of the best ways to understand this is like bills, we all have bills, and people, like, we don't like bills, right? People don't like bills, and a lot of times there's fear, there's stress, there's anger, there's frustration around bills. And so we think about bills like we're trying to, like, we want abundance and a flow of money and all this other stuff, but then all we're doing is really is thinking about all the bills we have to pay. This bill, 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 right? And then what comes up for us? More bills, more stress, more fear, more anger, more frustration. And I think what we also don't realize, it doesn't matter like what side we're on, or how much resources we have. A lot of times, like, I always have what it takes to pay my bills. I always have, like, I always have. Sometimes there have been times where I've struggled a lot, but at the end of the day, that bill got paid. And so I started focusing more on being able to understand that and explore that energy. And instead of focusing on all the bills and the fear and the stress and the anxiety, I remind myself, but you always pay your bills. It always comes up, and you always have what you need to pay. You always have what you need to take care of that situation. Am I making sense? And so that's really important for us to recall. It's very important for us to remember. Is like, oh, in those situations where I am focused and focused and focused on that fear, that frustration, whatever it is, if I explore it a little more, I always have what I need to take care of that situation. So instead of focusing on that fear, that anxiety, that frustration, that stress, let me focus on that little bit of hope where I realize I do, in all of these situations, I'm always provided for. I always have what I need to handle. I always have what it takes to create a solution. And so, by my attention to things, I am making choices. So, what kind of choices am I making today? Let me really focus on what I would like to do. Let me take action. Let me give my awareness, my attention to the choices that support what I want in my day, that support where I'm headed. Let me not give too much focus on that stress or that fear. Let me be mindful that, yes, stress and fear, we experience those things. It is relevant, and I'm not denying their existence, but I'm also reminding myself that I have what it takes to see things through. I always do. I have I'm going to give my focus on the solution part of it, because I know that no matter what, I'm going to have to get through this. And no matter what, I will get through this. Yeah? Let's just tie it all in. Card 3. Are you following me? Should someone comment something, because I don't know. I always think that this chat thing is not working. You don't even have to respond. You can just type something, so I know it's like actually working, because it glitches all the time. And so I'm like here talking, 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 and then at the end of the video, I get these floods of this flood of messages. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. Okay, thank you, Heather. Thank you. It is working. Okay, we're good. Um, Card 3. Okay, good. I'm glad. Uh, Technology, wonderful, but also hmm, funny at times. So, card 3, my relationships, my relationships will change when my vibration changes. What does that say to you? So, you are living in the time when fewer people will attempt the impossible task of pushing the unwanted far enough away that they will be left with only that which is wanted. It is the time when more people will come to the realization that what they have been seeking is not a change in the behavior of others or in the world outside of them, over which they have no control, but instead an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with source. Oh, I'm snoozing too. I'm like, oh, wake up. So you're fine. But instead, an understanding of their own vibrational relationship with source, over which they have complete control. What does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? My relationships will change when my vibration changes. I really like that. I appreciate it because it's this reminder that I cannot control my relationships. I can control I can control and explore my relationship with myself, my source, my energy, the thoughts that I think, the actions that I take, the company that I keep. You know, I can shift my perception around all of that. And when I shift my perception, when I am aware of the company I keep, when I am aware of the energy that I am really focused upon, when I am aware about the dominant thought processes that I have, that programming, when I'm aware of all of those things, I get to I get to do some like cleaning up. Like, oh, okay, I enjoy this. I don't enjoy this. If I don't enjoy this, let me weed that out. It is no longer relevant in this part of my life, and let me focus. Let me bring something in that feels better. And so my relationships will change when my vibration changes. And so, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? What pops up for you? I'm not here to change anyone around me, anything around me. I'm here to change myself. I'm here to focus on me. I'm here to explore who I am. And a lot of times, and I will share this. So it makes me think of a conversation I had with my aunt once. Very I don't know how to explain this, and I don't know if it's going to come off across as being judgmental. It really wasn't coming from a place of judgment, but she'd always been in a relationship. Just recently got out of a relationship, and always needing validation from someone else, like seeking to love her, right? And I once said like maybe it's time to spend with yourself. Maybe it's time to explore like what you love about yourself, who you are, and all the things that you enjoy. And she got so offended. She's like, well, I love myself. I don't need to love myself anymore. I just need to find someone else to love me. And it makes me think of that. It's like, well, the relationships around her remained the same. The type of energies she was allowing in remained the same because in part, one reason, not always, not all of them, but one reason, one contributing factor was the fact that she did not allow herself to explore what she loved about herself, who she was as an individual. She didn't allow herself to explore the things that actually make her happy. It was just simply, let me seek outside validation for something, right? Because I don't want to look at myself. Um, and I think that's important. Does that make sense? Uh, well, I just had alcohol detoxing out yesterday. Awesome. Well, congratulations. That's work. And that's how yeah. Well, kudos to you. That's a step, right? That's wonderful. So, my relationships will change when my vibration changes. That is kind of funny. Hello, for first two forces of the world with I will change the world attitude, then suddenly switched after all of that spiritual work and is started living by the change standards. I had mine, and more people followed and tried to change way more than before when I worked hard to make sense and start by someone yourself. Yeah, absolutely. And that's like think that's a huge thing. It's like instead of I'm not trying to change you. I don't want to change you. I'm trying to change myself. I want to be a better person. What does that look like for me? How does that make me feel? What is a better person in my world? I want to feel better. I want to be happy. I want to learn to navigate when I am unhappy, not to just try to escape the unhappiness or the feeling of blah. I want to be able to acknowledge those things. I want to be able to explore them, but also understand that this is a part of life. And as I explore and navigate them, I can find happiness, because we understand that this reality is not always going to be hunky dory. It's not always going to be like unicorns and rainbows and all that shit. But it doesn't mean it will always be the other. But when we have this healthy relationship with ourselves and our understanding our thoughts and our vibration, our energy, and what we keep company with, we understand that, okay, as I explore this frustrating stuff, this challenging stuff that pops up, I am making way for the beauty, what I want to experience, what I love. And I'm not trying to change the world. I'm trying to live as that world has changed. I'm working at living that reality. And as I live it, as I focus my thoughts, my actions, my desires, my everything on being a part of that solution, then it opens the pathway at times, it activates at times in other situations that other people maybe they seek to change. And it shares that with them if they want to. So, all in all, what do you make of Tuesday, April 18th, 2023? My thoughts join a powerful swirling vortex of attraction. By my attraction to things, I am making choices. My relationships will change when my vibration changes. All three cards. What do you make of it? So, for Tuesday, April 18th, I think it's important that we are mindful that everything we invest in, I say invest, our thoughts, our body language, our the content we consume, our actions, what we do, how we take action, who we talk to, all of that is energy that is also that's our attention, right? All of those things that we're giving attention to, those are choices. Those choices are manifesting and emerging or unearthing within the relationships that we have. And so, if we want change, then we seek to shift that relationship with our own selves and how we think and how we actually engage in our reality, what actions we do, the type of company we keep. We are shifting around, that stuff to focus on the choices. Like we focus on the energy to make room for what we want to experience. Does that make sense? And so that's really what's popping up Tuesday, being aware that it's not just your thoughts, it's your thoughts, emotions, your mental faculties, the people you engage with, how you engage with people, the way you talk, right? It could be like the foods you consume. It could be the media that you consume, the work that you do, all of it is focused to create something, and they're all co-creating with one another. And when we understand ourselves well enough, when we understand that, hey, I'm not trying to change you, I'm trying to change myself, let me focus on what that means, let me focus on what I need, let me focus on um, shifting how I experience. Let me be open to that and explore that. And when I turn it around, I will start to see a shift in, patterns within my life. Things will change, relationships will change, my attitude will change. Um, and it's really cool. So, yeah, what do you think? Any last minute thoughts, questions, or concerns? But that's the vibration. That's the sort of energetic atmosphere of Tuesday. That's what's popping up for us to be aware of. Be aware that as I think something, I feel something, as I take action, as my body language is expressing to the world, all of that is painting a picture of what I want. All of that is painting a picture of my choices. Am I comfortable with the choices that are appearing on that canvas, or am I not? If I am, wonderful, keep doing your thing. If I'm not, okay, well, how can I shift it? How can I change it? What can I focus on? Okay, So with that being said, y'all, if you have no more last minute thoughts, questions, or concerns, I really do thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I thank you for showing up. I am going to go have a cup of coffee. Yes, I am. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope that you can take something from this and utilize this. And like always, if you have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help where I can. I'm here to be of service when I can. So reach out to me, and I will be happy to communicate with you. Thank you again, and I will talk to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.